Hello guys, it's Chun, and I'm gonna start doing this cosplay. Ruthless Pantheon, that's the skin. It is now, I think it's September the 8th, and PAX is in end of October, so I have a few weeks, and it feels really weird not to be doing it at the last minute. Really strange. So like, it's like a typical assignment. I'm kind of like just doing very slow work. Whereas if it's the night before, I'm like doing madly, trying to do it all. So right now I've decided tonight I'm gonna try to think about how to make the helmet, a cardboard helmet. So I've looked at what he looks like, his helmet looks like, and I'm just gonna get some paper and pen and just kind of draw it, just so I have some idea of what it's gonna look like. And then yeah, I've watched some YouTube videos and just to see how they make it. So yeah. Okay, so I've looked up some tutorials on how to make a helmet. The one I'm mainly looking at is how to make a Spartan helmet by Epic Fantasy from the website Storm the Castle, which if you look up you can probably find. And on the when you follow it, there's like templates. So this, that, and that. And I'm going to kind of combine that with maybe possibly another video of someone else making one, my cardboard Spartan helmet by Mr. Lithium. So I'm going to maybe combine the two of them together to make a helmet. Yeah! So I'm going to cut that out and see what I can do. Okay guys, now it's time to start making the helmet. So I've got the template on the paper, some cereal boxes, 2 of them. And it's cool because this cereal box just finished. Oh no, actually I just finished the cereal this morning and I got a new box this morning, and this was the box, and so I was like, that's good timing because I was planning on doing the helmet today and kind of fits perfectly. I like when that happens. Also, I have my playlist which I found on YouTube. Music to play as Pantheon, and they've got a playlist. Right now it's playing Naruto, so it's quite ninja-y. It's by Mr. Cyberon. That's not focusing, is it? Cyberon. So I'm going through that now as I cut this. Fun. Okay, this music's pretty epic. Bed Pantheon song? Is that what it's called? I'm liking that. Pretty cool. Okay guys, I've cut it out. It just took me a few minutes, but I'm enjoying it. And the thing is, I wanted to show you that part, because I'm actually going to have to cut this part off, because the Ruthless Pantheon that I'm going as, he doesn't have this nose guard bit, the eyes and the face, so... But it looks so cool, I just wanted to have a video part of it as a video. So that's Pantheon's mask. Looks cool, right? Out of a cereal box. Also, another thing I want to say is, like, I've been umming and ahhing and kind of not starting this cosplay for a few weeks now, you know, and it just feels like once I get started, like actually physically start, then I get really into it. But until then, I'm just kind of like postponing it and doing other things instead. So yeah, it's nice to actually get in there and actually do something with it. It feels good. And it's weird. It's like not even the night before the convention or the week before the convention, and I'm not used to this, like having time. It's really weird. But I might end up, I don't know, let's hope not. I hope I'm not up the night before. Alright, catch you guys. Cool, so I had to cut it. I cut off the nose bit, and I actually curved it a little bit as well, just because it looked better that way. Like more like in the picture. So right now, that's how it looks. Whoa, very kind of a Magneto from X-Men. Alright, that's my cosplay all done. Nah, no, just kidding. Just starting. Okay, I finished listening to the playlist for the other one, so now I'm listening to another one by Ifrit vs. Diablo. Yep, sounds good. It's like 52 songs, so this should take me a while. Cool, so I taped the back bit with the point up to the front bit, and then I adjusted the sides to make it so that it would fit my head. Apparently from this video it's telling me to give it a little bit of room so it fits on my head easily. So, wait, I'll show you. So that's how it's sitting on my head, roughly. Feels pretty cool. Okay, now I'm taping up the neck guard, the last bit of it. So I've got like a piece of tape on the middle, and then I'll attach it to the middle of that. And then I'm gonna, if I had 3 hands I could show you, but then I'm gonna get this edges and tape it to the sides, and that'll look pretty cool, hopefully. Cool, so the side bits, they were sticking out like that, and then I just looked at the video and the pictures and stuff. So basically I used sticky tape and stickied it down. It looks quite nice now. That's neck guard, so it's in line with the face plate now. So I'm going to chuck it on my head. Cool. So now I need to do the top part of it, which involves a balloon. Okay, so I started the paper mache process. I've done 1 layer. Yes, I put a balloon in there for the head shape, and then just did that. And yeah, this part's coming out a little bit, so I've got to figure out a way to keep it in while it dries. I'll work it out later. Yeah, I woke up this morning and just was looking at it. Looks really cool. I left one of the water bottles near here to kind of keep it in place, because this one's sticking out a little bit. Looks really cool. I like it so far. So later I'm going to add like a, I don't know what you call it, flourish, something like that. But yeah, I think the main reason I wanted to do Pantheon was because I wanted to make a cardboard helmet. And I'm really enjoying making it. I mean, well, it's looking cool. It's making me happy. So before, this part was a little bit wide, like after the paper mache dried, this part was a bit wide and sticking out, so I got some sticky tape. Just taping it together, kind of like surgery in a way. So when I do the next layer of paper mache, hopefully it kind of stays in that position with this bit more narrow. Hopefully that works. Yeah, so I put a piece at the back, stuck it together, and then put some pieces at the top too. So hopefully that works. Okay, so now I want to make a crest for it. Some type of crest, and then maybe paint it yellow, because I was thinking a lot of people do it with the bristles and stuff. I thought I'd try something different, because I saw this picture, like this one, of someone who did it like that, and it looked pretty cool, I thought. And then it was all grey, but so I just kind of cut this shape out, paper, and I'm just going to play around with it to see what kind of shape I want. Something like that. I don't know, just something, so I can paint it yellow. But then I'll probably make it out of harder cardboard, I think, and stick it on, and paper mache it. Like I'm going to draw a line to indicate the midline. Yep. So yeah, I'm just going to play around with it. Okay, so I traced it onto some cereal box cardboard. I made 2 pieces, and then I stuck the top of it with sticky tape. Ooh. Okay, so just sticky tape, bits of sticky tape along there. Right, so that keeps it together. This is me just guessing how to do it. But that'll just give me a framework. So if I can then stick it on here, somehow I'll stick it on, and then that's the framework, and then I'll just put the paper mache around it somehow. Yeah. Okay, so I got this idea that I wanted to make the front edge of it sharp rather than like fat. So I stuck that together, and then I used my finger and I kind of bent these in like that. So it's going to have a bit of a sharp point at the end, at the front. So I'm considering like stuffing like maybe cotton wool or something in here, just to keep the shape. Yeah. I've actually just shoved tissues in there, and that's kind of making it keep its shape, which is kind of cool. So I'll stuff some tissues in there, and then I'm going to stick this onto here. Well that didn't work. Tissues just dropped out. But yeah, I'll keep the tissues in there somehow, and yeah. Cool, pretty happy with this. So it wasn't sitting quite vertically, well, still isn't. So I trimmed a little bit off one side to make it a bit more, because it was leaning to that side a little bit. So I'm going to work out a way to do it, but then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to stick it down, and then I'll give it a skeleton for the crest. Okay, so I've paper mache'd a layer on the crest, or whatever, flourish, whatever you want to call it. Pretty happy with that. Like, I mean, I've been thinking about this crest for like the last few weeks. It's just like how I'm going to put it on, what I'm going to do with it. So now at least it's on and it's started, and what I realized just from doing it tonight was like the best way to do it is just start. Like, when I started this, I didn't know what I was going to do. I just got some paper and just cut out the basic shape and put it on, and then from there I just got ideas of how to get it on, and like I'm pretty happy with it. Like, I mean, it's not perfect, but yeah, it's a crest and I can paint it yellow, and yeah, like I did briefly think of maybe not doing the crest, but then I was thinking, no, Ruthless Pantheon, he needs a crest. So I'm happy. And I didn't want to do it just the brush style. I felt it was like, it would be more fun to do it this way. Yeah, so he's got a crest now. Okay, so I took out the balloon and I tried it on my head, and it just, the eye part wasn't quite right. So what I did was I got some piece of paper, stuck it on there, taped it on, and then just quickly paper mache'd that piece of paper. And this is the second time I've done it, so I did it yesterday, it dried, and then I did it again. So now that it's lower, because right before it was like cut here as well, so I've just kind of reset it, and then I'm going to put it on my head, and then I'm going to try to cut out the eye bits again to like a shape that I like more. And now here I'm going to maybe start making the shield now. So I need to measure out a big circle that uses almost the full cardboard. So I've got a pin in the middle, piece of cloth, and I'm going to like just work out some way to draw a circle using that maybe. Okay, so I knew I kept my Liberta equalizer box for a reason. So it's a pretty big box. And I looked up that King Leonidas's shield is 61 centimeters in diameter. So I've got a pin in the middle here, got a piece of thread tied to pencil here. So if I draw a circle all the way around, I've measured roughly about 31 centimeters. So it's going to be a little bit bigger than 61 centimeters, but roughly around the right size. So I'm just going to draw a circle around using this method, which once I had a pin stuck into the cardboard is not as hard as it looks. Before I actually did it, I was worried about it, but let's just try it out. Okay, so I've cut out the cardboard, and I really like the size actually. I really like the size of it. So that's how big it is. Oh, it's hard to get it while I'm... You can see? It's fairly big. Like, for me, I just think Pantheon shield, yeah, should be fairly big, and yeah, I'm quite happy with the size of this, and as one sheet of cardboard, it's quite light, so that's kind of cool. So now I just got to figure out what to do with it. Okay, so once I found the center point that I used for the pin, I ruled a line vertical, horizontal to edges, and then from the tip of that one, I got a piece of, I could have used a ruler, but I couldn't find a long ruler, so I used a piece of string from here to there, measured it, folded it in half, and then figured out where the halfway point was, and then I just measured another line. So now I've got 8 lines, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut and then kind of bend them to make the shield a bit rounded, because I saw this tutorial video for how to make a Stark shield from Game of Thrones on YouTube, so I'm just going to follow that one. Okay, so it's time to start working on the shield. So I'm not sure if in the video, I think I did it already, I showed the 8 kind of marks I did. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 on each corner, then diagonally as well. And so I've measured 6 centimeters from the edge of each of those marks. Then I'm going to cut it. Because in the tutorial video, I think he did 4 centimeters or something like that, but this shield's a bit bigger, so I'm going to go with 6 centimeters. So I'm going to cut that, then I'm going to bend it back to make it kind of roundish. Then I'm going to stick it with this packing tape, and also use some hot glue, which I've got a hot glue thing kind of heating up there to keep it in place as well. Okay. Okay, so now I've cut those bits, right? Cut them all 6 centimeters, and now I'm just gonna bend them back a little bit. I've never done this before, but should work. So the idea is it's gonna make the shield, instead of being flat, a little bit curved. So that's kind of cool. Okay, so I bend this thing down, and then I just stick a little bit of tape on it to keep it there, and then I'm going to hot glue the other side. Okay, so I've got a slightly curved shield now, the edges, like that. So I'm now going to hot glue it. Cool, so I've hot glued it all those edges, and yeah, just going to leave that now, and I'll continue later. Okay, so now with the shield, I want to add like a layer of cardboard around, and also like a cross and then a circle, because Pantheon shield looks like kind of like that. See that? I could just paint it flat, but I just felt like I want to have just a little bit of stuff going on at the front too. So I've been putting it off because I wasn't sure how to do it. Because this is not flat, what I'm doing now is I'm just getting some paper and just kind of cutting like a shape of what I need. So I'm going to have like lots of little bits. I'm just going to stick it around. Hopefully that works. Okay, so I cut it out and it fits nicely actually. So I'm just gonna, it's funny how like once you start doing it, it kind of slowly comes together. So I'm just gonna forget about the cardboard and just do like a template kind of with paper first. And then from there, then I'll go the next step is cut it out on cardboard. Cool, so I made it right around actually. Come in focus. It's gonna come in focus. I don't know. So basically, yeah, see, I've cut that right around. I've got numbers on them as well for each piece. So it's really cool because I've been thinking about this in the back of my head for like, I don't know, like weeks, wondering how I'm gonna do this bit. And didn't prove that hard once I just sat down and started doing it. Yeah, so that feels good. So then I'm gonna go to sleep now because I started doing this at like 12 midnight. And the beauty of it is that I'm not doing this the night before anymore. It's like a couple of weeks before, so I have the luxury of being able to stop if I feel like it. So next time I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna do the little bit circles, and then just look at it and see what I need to do, and then cut cardboard pieces and replace them. Yes. Cool. So I just tried on the helmet now and just cut the eye holes how I wanted them. So I'm pretty happy with how they are now. And then I got some white paint just to do like an undercoat, because I saw on a YouTube video that they did that. So just, and my sister helped me with this, so just putting an undercoat around it. And then that's it for today. I was going to do heaps, but we ended up watching like movies and stuff and kind of chatting to get a present for my sister's boyfriend. So, but I'm happy, made a little bit of progress. And the great thing is it's not the night before, so I can afford to just stop and go to sleep, which is good. I'm really liking how it looks. It's wet now, so I can't touch it, but I'm liking how it looks. Yep. Okay, so what I did this morning was I painted it white as like an undercoat kind of thing. Now I'm painting it silver and listening to Pantheon music or someone's playlist for playing as Pantheon. Cool, finished painting it. Yep, so it's drying now, so I might do another coat when it's done. I'm not sure yet. So I've got to measure out circles for Pantheon shield. So I'm using plates, different size plates and cups and stuff to figure out how to draw the circle and stuff. So I think there's like a circle there, a circle on top, there's like 3 of them, and then there's like this vertical and horizontal silver stripes as well. Cool, so I've cut out 3 circles using dishes and bowls and stuff. It's cool, it's like I can start to see it coming together. It's cool, and one thing I'm really happy with This is not the night before, so it's good. Slowly getting there. So I cut like a long thin strip of cardboard, and then I cut them into quarters. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to trace a line and just kind of so that it kind of fits in between the bits. Cool. So cut out the whatever you call it, those bits. So what I did was I had the rectangles, put it there, and then like just drew the corner and cut it out. And so there's blue tack underneath them, so they kind of stay in place a little bit. So I'm quite happy with how it looks. It's like it's not going to be perfect, but yeah, I'm pretty happy with it. I mean, I originally could have just painted it like this stuff, but I like the fact that it's that extra little bit of effort to make it like kind of slightly 3D. I like it. And it's 11:47 now, like, and the beauty of not doing it the night before is I can stop now if I want to, which I probably will, so there's no point just doing it all in one night when I don't need to. So I think that's good for tonight. I painted the helmet, got a little bit of progress on the shield, which has kind of been sitting at the same spot for ages. Like, it's funny, until you start doing it, it just doesn't get done. Also another thing I've been thinking about is like, it's really fun, this cosplay stuff. It's like, just the creative part just comes out, because I remember when I was in year 7 in high school, like my assignments, I would just do extra things like draw pictures and stuff in the corners and things like that. So it's really fun. So this kind of stuff is similar, I think. Okay, so now got the shield kind of ready for hot gluing. Just got to do the button type things. I don't know what they call the buttons, but on the edges they've got like these round things. So I counted on the picture on the of Pantheon. There's like 20 of them right around. So I got a bottle cap from my water bottle, traced it onto the cardboard, and now I'm just cutting out 20 of these things whilst listening to Transformers the movie soundtrack, because I'm in a Transformers mood. Because I went to AMC Expo today, and I spotted at Madman one of my favourite cartoons as a kid, Transformers the movie. This was a special edition, and it only cost me $20. Can't wait to watch it with all the extra features and stuff. So, in a transformy mood. Yep, finished hot gluing. Now I'm gonna paint. Cool. So finished painting it. I really like it actually, the way it looks. Yeah, that was a lot of fun to do. My sister helped me paint it. Cool. So tomorrow or someday I'll probably end up doing the back of it. Yeah, I'm really happy with it, how it turned out. It looks more 3D until you kind of lift it up. But nah, I like it. I like the red and really bright. Okay, now it's time to start working on the spear. So I bought this thing from Bunnings. So I don't even know what it is. I actually haven't looked at it. I just waxed it. I don't know what this is. I don't know. It's a torch pole or something. So it's like bamboo. So I thought, that's cool. That looks spear-like. So I'm just going to put some cardboard to make a spear head out of it. Yep. Okay, so I put it on the cardboard. I'm about to cut out the spearhead. And it's pretty big. Like, that's my hand and that's the comparison. But in the actual thing, his actually spear is fairly big, the spearhead. So it's not like a realistic, it's more like comical actually how big the spearhead is. And it's gonna be, I think it's gonna have to be that big to fit around the width of the head thing, unless I chop it off, but I don't really want to do that. That is an option as well. But I kinda like the fact that it's, I'll work around it maybe. Yeah, I'm gonna try it. Oh wow, I really like it. Well, I just cut it out. Like I cut out the shape, but I folded it in half so it makes it even. But I just had a quick look at it when I hold it up. Like that, that's me, and then there's a spear. That's a massive spearhead. I think it looks really cool. Like, really comical actually. I love it. It's gonna match the giant shield, or the big shield. Okay, so I've cut out the 2 pieces of cardboard, kind of like folded them in half a little bit. I plan on just putting them together like this and maybe just gaffer taping them together for now. So I kind of like held it together and then just taped gaffer tape around the tip and the base and stuff like that. So now I'm just going to seal the edges kind of I'm glad it's got that the lamp thing in the middle. It kind of gives it that shape and kind of will hold it from letting it flop around and stuff. Oh man, I love my sphere so much. Look at it, it looks so cool. It's not realistic, but it's like massive. It's gonna be really cool, I reckon. I'm gonna paint it red because that's what it is in the graphic for Ruthless Pantheon. Cool, so I've paper mache'd the head, the spearhead. It always takes longer than I expected, like, you know, it's paper mashing the spearhead. In my head it's like, boom, just do it like in 10 minutes or something, but it takes a bit longer than that. But it was alright, because I chucked on Netflix and there was a my sister told me there was a Back to the Future documentary. So I was listening to that while I was doing it, but that was alright. It's good. So I've got this, my books on it so it doesn't fall off. I did both sides, but just to get it out of the way at the same time. So it's going to let it dry and then tomorrow I'm going to paint it. So here I am, painting. So I painted the undercoat for that spear. And look what I did. I got my kettlebell and then I put something on the bottom to keep it up so I could do both sides. Anyways, because otherwise I would have to probably dry it and then turn it and then do it again later. But this way I could do it all at once. And I've got my Back to the Future documentary on Netflix playing in the background because I'm in the Back to the Future mood. And yeah, what I want to do next is paint it silver and then maybe red at the same time to kind of blend it. That's what I plan to do once this dries. So I've painted it silver and it's still wet, and I have this idea that I'm going to use the red paint while it's still wet and kind of blend it to make kind of a silvery reddish colour. I don't know how it's going to turn out, but I feel like doing it. I like how it's turning out. So I've got this side done. Kind of like silvery but red, you know what I mean? So it's not like solid red like a shield, it's kind of like a silvery red. I like the effect actually. It's pretty cool, I like it. Cool, so that's it. It looks very bloody. But yeah, so that's what it looks like. Whoa! I like it, I really like it. Okay, so now I gotta add the arm straps in for the shield. So I bought some ribbed elastic and hot glued that bit and that bit. So my arm should fit there, and I'm gonna put some the gaffer tape just to strengthen up, and then have another one on that side. Okay, so for the handle, I got a piece of cardboard and I folded it into thirds, just because I saw that they did it in the video, probably to reinforce it. So I hot glued that bit, so then now I'm going to hot glue this bit. Then I'm going to hot glue that onto the shield. Cool, so I've hot glued that cardboard bit to the shield as well, and then we're going to gaffer tape that down as well. And I just want to say that the day I decided to get a hot glue gun was an awesome day for making costumes and stuff. It just makes things a lot easier, how quickly it dries. Love it. Cool, I feel really good now. It's attached with the handle. It's got the elastic there, hot glued, then gaffer tape stuck on it to keep it down. And this side I used cardboard. I just felt like something that wouldn't stretch would feel nicer to hold. So that cardboard's there, gaffer taped down as well as hot glued. So, and it can be left or right-handed. Because I'm left-handed, I will be holding it with my right hand. So it works either way. Cool. And there is the shield, which I can now hold. How cool. Yay! Pretty much the shield is complete. Yeah. As a final touch, I decided to paint the back of the shield black, because before it was just like the cardboard colour with like some red and silver tape and stuff around. So I thought that if it's black, then I won't have to worry so much about if people can see the back of it. Yeah, so that's probably one of the final touches. Then I've got to punch holes in the yellow belt, try that out, and yeah. I've decided I have time to attempt the chest piece as well. So I've got like my elastics, which I got elastic waistband, and cut it in half and then use safety pins to put it like that. And then I've got a piece of cardboard which I'm going to hot glue to the thing. Hopefully that works. And then paint it. In a sudden twist, I woke up this morning and I actually liked the chest piece that I was working on last night. I was considering not, because last night it was white cardboard and I don't know how it was going to sit and stuff, but now that I painted it silver, I kind of like it. So I haven't got the red bits on it yet. This is like the morning of the convention, but yeah, well, that was a turn of events. I was actually thinking of not wearing it, but I think I will wear it. I quite like it. Cool, so I've painted the symbol on the front. Now I'm just going to paint like the red stripes on the straps. Yeah, I'm actually painting it on myself in the mirror. I think I should fix it up later, but yeah, just to get the area right. Cool, so it's pretty much complete. I've painted the things. Oh, they're not even, but oh well, close enough. Better than no chest piece. Anyways, I've got my helmet, got my shorts, got my leg warmers, the shield and the spear in the car. But yeah, complete. So yeah, I'm really happy with it actually. Can't believe it turned out just nicely at the end. I wasn't expecting to be able to do the chest piece. Hello. So I'm back from PAX today. I had a really good time, so I thought I'd just finish up the video because I didn't have much time this morning to, to talk about the last little bit that I did. I think, I'm not sure if I videoed it, but I painted this. Yeah, I think I did video it. Yeah, so happy with the chest piece. I did it last night, So here is, because I'd already packed the shield and stuff in the car. Oh, I don't know how I'm going to do this. Gonna need hands. Well... That's me holding the shield. Okay. Yep. And it's me holding the shield and the spear. Oh. Can you see it? I don't know how we can do this. I don't want to drop the camera. There you go. You've seen the shield and now that's a spear as well. Oh, okay. Yep, so that's complete. I really love how the chest piece turned out. Like, once it became silver, it really turned out really cool. I liked it. And the boots, I just want to quickly show that how I did the things, just so that if I need to ever put this on again, I remember how I did it. Okay, so what I did was, took this shoe off, just a black shoe. So put on these long socks, which I had from the Greg Over the Wall garden wall cosplay. So when I bought the leg warmers on eBay, it came, on each leg it came with 2 bits, which I didn't really understand, because I've never worn leg warmers before, but what I did was I put on, let me try this again, 1,